true. However, you've got your LDLCs, you've got
True.
other ones as well. But let's get right into this game. TCM, Vitality. I mean, I'm just looking straight away. Weapon.
Wow, what on earth?
I mean, both burst weapons taken away by the boys. I'll find out shortly for you. I won't be a second.
M8, Vespa, XR, CUDA, Concussion, and Rapid Fire taken away. Let's have a little look where this one goes. I mean, I'm expecting to see the flashbang maybe come on into this one. Let's have a little look, because we're going to be seeing High Caliber follow that one. Broken was the one to take away that one. So it does look like the French is targeting the assault rifles. Yeah, French for target the assault rifles, funnily enough. Shane and Brand taking away those SMGs. Standard stuff from there. Hello.
However, Zerg changing things up. You can take our assault rifles away. We will take your stock. You're going to be a lot more static from here on out. And wow, Brand not even giving me time to speak. Heatwave and risking just as hot on the keys. I love bringing that kind of heat hot, you know.
Yeah,
fire break, purifier. I love it.
On the other side of things, with the Brand pickup, I was trying to think of something for battery. I couldn't quite do it.
It's going to be a battering here from Shin now.
Oh, no.
Maybe they'll have to recharge their batteries.
Shane powering up with kinetic armor and battery.
Like it.
Thank you very much. We're seeing Nile in on the Purifier, Zerg with the Scythe on the Vitality side of things. We're going to be seeing that double fire break yet again, becoming a bit of a staple in Hardpoint. Both the Purifier and the Heatwave so good at clearing a room, as it's going to be risking with the Purifier. Broken on the Scythe, Gataga with the kinetic armor, and Whalers following suit with the Heatwave.
Now, we talked about that question at COD World League, one to watch. For me, I know mine already. I'm not going to change, but I want to know what yours is, Machine. I'm going to ask you, and I only want one player, not one from each. Who is your one to watch in this series?
One to watch in this series.
I reckon you're going to pick the same as me.
I think I'm going to say Riskin.
We got something in common. Riskin is just this kind of factor for Vitality where he's the unsung hero, he's put on big numbers, and I think Gataga and Broken, their personalities overshadow that sometimes. So, for me, let's highlight him, let's put him in the spotlight, let's put him under the pressure, and say, you know, you're one to watch.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, talking of watch, Gataga's been watched by many. He's no stranger to the big stage in one format or another. Picking up the kinetic armor, and seeing what he can do with that one, looking to break into the hills. It is going to be played out on Breach. If you have just joined us, we've already seen this examples of this 3 times. This will be our 4th, and already some trends have started to establish themselves. One of them being that we have seen a real kind of a lot of weight put into that first hold of Palace. Actually, you know, the one time we've seen it happen, the opening hill, we've seen over 40 points picked up by, I believe it was it Millennium on the break?
We did, but on the flip side of that, it's always one team saturates all the points from hardpoint 1, and then because the other team rotates earlier, they take all of that hardpoint 2 with the death room, as you kind of dubbed it, if you like. But, you know, 2 different teams. We will see a lot different. For me, it's all going to be about who makes these first initial break points, those first bloods, those first picks. We will have to wait and see. Breach hardpoint, let's run through it. Very simple. 250 on the score limit, 5 minutes on the clock, and respawn delay is disabled. And now we see ourselves on the rooftops of Cairo. For any of you guys who didn't know where it is set, it's on the rooftops of Cairo. Yeah. That's why we keep saying it. You might be like, Machine Momo, what are you talking about when you say this? We like to set the scene for you.
Indeed we do. And of course, you know, rooftops of Cairo are famed for having hard points occasionally spawn upon them. It's a very weird, natural phenomena where little glowing arrows appear upon random rooftops in the Egyptian city.
Indeed. So, let's stay on board with the French. I've automatically been put on Riskin. It's a sign from above. I always like the camouflage that Riskin uses on his weapon. Always a big fan of that. Have a little look
then. Opens it up. Look at that. Draws first blood, and there's more to come. Straight on in, and Shane responds. Shane, of course, a name you were expecting to see an awful lot in the kill feed. He's been hit or missed, quite literally, with his time here at TCM. Now, though, we're going to be seeing Broken turn up with 2. That's a solid start, as they actually have taken the lead here. They have been starting to pick up those early points. Of course, it has become such a minor lead. Can be overcome in a matter of seconds, 10 seconds to be precise at this point. But Broken still breathing. 3rd frag knocker for the 4th, but no. Shane shakes his head as he takes off Broken's. And now we're going to be looking to just try and see how much more like this initial lead can grow. It does look like it's just going to be scrapped for now, and the rotate question starts to happen. Now, who's that over there? Already, someone is digging their heels in from Vitality. Riskin is already cut his losses and accepted that he's going to be moving into hardpoint 2.
And I think, you know, if I'm a player, someone said to me at the start of this game, would you go into hardpoint 2 with the rotation and 10 points down? 100% yes. You know, I'll get set up on this hard point. But wow, this is what we say. Dying on the rotation so important. Look at those 2-4. Vitality at the spawn so far out. Nile putting in the work here for TCM. 3-3 at the moment. Does get shut down by Riskin. Riskin has to hold this. He really does. He's got the back of his team now. Going back in. Makes it another kill. Zerg answers back with a double himself. And now we see a pretty even split. Oh, Zerg, let's jump on board. Let's see what you're doing. So, right. Unfortunately, missed the most of the action as Whalers answers back with a couple himself. At the moment, everyone just trading those kills, battling out for this hard point.
Let's see then, 30 seconds still on this one. We're going to see Zerg find broken, and now we see what Zerg can do the second time as he gives this one a go. Smart to get the trophy system out. He's been having problems with nades already. I think it was actually from his teammate, the one nade he did encounter. Yep. But coming straight on in, Heatwave does break, but where on earth are the kills? Finally, Whalers turns up with the RK5 and he pockets 2. Now, just looking to see what Shane can do in response, but so far so good for TCM. 7 seconds before they rotate towards mid, and you better believe it, that one man is risking. He's straight away, he's on the point, and he's currently looking to prepare himself for that rotate, that third rotation, as it's been dubbed.
Okay, so looking at it from kind of from an analyst point of view, as I do sometimes. From me, at the moment, Vitality, they seem to be the early rotators. They're the ones that seem more set up. TCM just seem a bit all guns blazing, but that can work now and again. You know, you've got your Brands, your Niles, who's going to be fragging really heavily. Talking of Brand 9 and 7, let's see what he's doing at the moment. EMP goes out, so does the grenade, hits and connects, jumps in, gets the 275, make it another 125, 400 easy points for him. Heatwave is available alongside that HCXD car. You know what, as I said, just running in, breaking the hills with gun skill, that's what I'm on about.
That's exactly a prime example, really, of classic Brand, now sitting at 11, top of the scoreboard for the lobby in general. We've got Targa and Whalers then having a little battle, but Zerg's going to take his head clean off, looking for revenge. Is his teammate on the other side of this wall? That's going to be, was that kinetic armor from Targa?
Yep, it was, and it got shut down so quickly from Zerg. That RK5 is so powerful up close. 3-round burst gets fired so quickly. Zerg trying to add to that tally. Hasty car available for him. He's 11 and 9, matching teammate Bran. And now, breaching the hardpoint once again. Vitality were there first, and they've lost it again.
TCM sees control, and the seizing control of this game. If they can make this stick, if they can keep Flowers control here, and it looks like we're going to be seeing one man jump on, straight on in, and Gataga, he's the Venus flytrap as he closes his jaws onto TCM. 3 of them go down, and we have to wonder just where on earth this is going to go next. Vitality surely are going to be closing this gap considerably. It sits about 80 now to 60, 20-point game currently starting to be established, but Zerg just on the outskirts. He has been very influential so far in this game, but has as the majority. Look at the similarities in the time spent on the hard point as the Purifier comes out to play.
Yeah, Purifier specialist in general coming out. We saw the heat wave, the fire break, really come into his element there. But now this rotation, we're going to see it go over to the back spawn just in front of Zerg, and again, guess which team's rotated first?
It better be Vitality, because Riskin has been constantly on this one. And his kind of testament to that is the fact that he spent over 50 seconds, nearly 60 now, on hard points. He gets in there early, and he gets ready to pick up the 1, the 2, the kind of 1v3 against all odds kind of plays. It is going to be contested just from the outside doorways, expecting one corner. Little does he know it was the other. It was really smart play picked up there from, I believe it was the boys of TCM. They basically just kind of kept just on the brink, just kind of keeping a toe inside the site, and enabled them to keep that one contested and to avoid a Vitality lead.
Yeah, massive plays from there. The one thing that Vitality had was the spawns. And, you know, I don't want to contradict myself too much, but Vitality have rotated first every single time. But look at that scoreline. It is all going in favor of TCM. Right now, for me, you know, TCM just seem to be, you know, outslaying them, their gun skill. I mean, it just seems to be all TCM, even though, you know, Vitality, they seem more set up. They just can't hold it.
I'm loving these similarities as well in their kills and deaths. Look at that. 14 the bottom, 16 the top. They're quite literally all symmetrical at this point in time, bar 1 or 2. Nile has taken down Whalers as well, and TCM's lead is growing exponentially. Look at this one. They're fresh on the point as well. Vitality look to get the early hold, and that's, of course, down to Riskin as he pockets himself too. Straight on around, changes his mind from Palace, goes on the offensive. That could have been 3. He could have lined them up and knocked them down, but didn't happen. Instead, the trophy systems are thrown out, and you can see that they're just going to try and do their best to close this gap. 30 points and closing. As you catch a glimpse of one, it was the HCXD of Bran, and he indeed can pick up that kill.
Yeah, Bran, Whalers, putting putting up some kills. Whaler's adding another. Let's see what he's doing. 21 and 17. Top fragment for his team. Got 30 seconds on the timer as well. They're clawing their way back into this game. Now making it a 20-point game. Whaler's closing the gap. Kill after kill. Can he make another? Yes, he can. Whaler's on a 5-kill streak. Shut down none other than Zerg himself.
Talking a 5-kill streak, look at Broken. He's in exactly the same situation right now. He's got the Scythe out, just about going to be expiring, but he's got himself the Hellstorm. He's got himself Lightning Strike, and he could catch them on the cross to this one. For the first time in, I think, forever, Vitality are late on the cross. They're late on the rotate, and it does look like it's just going to come down to that one man who actually bothered to rotate. I'm saying Riskin is just an assumption at this point in time. As the Hellstorm does not connect, there is one man on that one, and it was indeed going to be Riskin.
Yeah, talking the first time in forever, Riskin looked pretty frozen here in this hard point.
Got the lead, though.
151 to 132, 20 points in the lead. We've seen TCM lead the whole time at the moment. Well, Vitality, they've taken it here, and it's all down to Broken. I've got to stay on board him. He's on a 7-kill streak, and he is really, I mean, just his positioning on the map. Oh my goodness.
So, he has a solid backbone. He really, truly is. He's almost like the kind of the spine of the team, but he seems so solid as well. His aim most definitely is not to be sniggered at, as he's going to be picking up another one here. No doubt about it. He had the advantage over Brand. Brand is caught in the middle of the air with no hope, no prayer. 25 points away from picking himself up another streak. And at this point, Vitality's lead is getting scary. He's on the way to, he's actually going to be rotating, take a leaf out of Riskin's book as he sets his sight on middle.
Yeah, and he's always putting himself in this power position, hiding behind something, but no, he's putting his body in the open. He knows how dangerous that is. He's going to pop his HC car out and try and take one down. Using that boost, he's going to come from behind, picks up I was going to say a double, but no, that was Whalers with his car as well. Broken now just watching the spot. I love the knowledge here. He almost preempts it. Gataga picking up 2. Cannot steer away from Broken, though. He's 10-kill streak right now, extending the lead.
Yeah, and this is getting scary now for the boys at TCM. When you hold such a lead for so long and to see it getting taken away from you now, as it does look like Vitality are starting to warm up. The gears are turning a little quicker now, and things are starting to become a bit of a problem. Just 50 points away from the French picking up map 1 in this best of 5. We're staying on board with Broken because he has a 12-kill streak. That is a number you don't so often see. He could be making it 13, but no, Shane just makes it a little too tough. And for the first time in forever, Broken has to respawn.
Yeah, and for me, this isn't the first time TCM have had such a strong start to hardpoint and then lost it. They've done it twice already in the league. I don't know what it is at the moment. They start strong, they just can't finish. But Nile and Brand, they're trying to do everything to get back in this game. At the moment, it's a 50-point game. Dead on the point as TCM try and extend that little point gap. Sorry, try and close that gap, should I say. Broken now, putting it in the score streak, see what he can do.
It's going to be a good one then. 210 for Vitality, essentially 164 for TCM as they're making this greenhouse their own. Things indeed could be getting positive for them. It makes sense to me. If they can control this one, they have got a little bit of an overextension though, and you can see that it's actually Shane who's going on the offensive, leaving that hard point. And unfortunately, his teammates have done the job necessary. Brandon Zerg onto Riskin and Gataga, and those points are starting to close. And this game truly is going back and forth. It's good to see TCM stabilize. If they hadn't messed with this hard point, we could have been seeing a very, very scary second rotation.
Yeah, they've taken pretty much all these points here. But for me, look at that mini-map. There's one yellow arrow. It's Riskin on that early rotation once again, trying to solidify the first map win here. Gonna slide in. He's gonna be met by Riskin, but he's not even seen him. Riskin's actually backed off. Look at this positioning. He's going purely for spawns.
Yeah, that's his job, and he's not gonna find it. Gataga has done the work for him then. Brandt gone. Now we can see this kind of predictability in his play. So around the trophies, expecting the nades to come on in. Instead, though, Whalers seems to be finding all of the kills. Whalers gets 3. Riskin's going to wrap this one up as he takes down Brown, puts a bow on it, and it could very well be the end for TCM. Such an early lead, and it looks like it's being dashed by the French. One frag at a time. Here comes another one for Riskin as he finds his 25th, and he's just roaming around. That's another. Nile walks straight into his crosshair, just melting down the faces of the UK players. 194, though. They're closing into the 200 mark, and if they can pick up the rest, we've got ourselves a level game.
Yeah, Nile, you've got the Purifier. This is the time that you need to use it. He doesn't know, and he's got to spawn so far out. This has got to be Vitality's to take. 10 seconds to go.
You're absolutely right. That Purifier could go completely unused because of his decision to not pick it up, and now you have to watch that number. Nile can't cross because of Whalers with his lightning strike. Vitality have done it. They've done it in true style. One more point. There it is. 250 to 198. And it does come back to those early rotations from Riskin, just eventually accumulating to that eventual control. What's interesting is that Whalers, kind of the unsung hero that we didn't manage to give enough screen time almost because of his time additionally. Another one, he's just under Riskin in time spent on the hard point.
Yeah, 38 kills, fantastic, 14 defend. Call of Duty, the last game was a bit of a turn for events. Obviously, we saw TCM actually take the victory over Vitality due to obviously some issues. Just kind of explaining and going deeper into why that was. For connection issues, Vitality couldn't join or didn't join in time for the TCM game. And there is a rule book. It's about this thick. It's very important. We need to abide by that. And unfortunately, for Vitality, they're going to suffer a 3-1 defeat.
Yeah. So Vitality so far have been kind of having some real kind of unfortunate experiences.
I mean, the first one... I repeat. I'll start again. Vitality in the first week for themselves, they picked up something quite lucky against, Millennium, that one map. They got the S&D rules and stuff. But for me, that was a rule thing. This time, it's about the connection, not getting in time. Really, really important for obviously all these professional players. They get paid a lot of money. You know, it's their jobs to do so. They need to make sure that they're on time. They have availabilities to join all of these teams. And as I said, a huge rule book. But nevertheless, for me, just a bit disappointing to see. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see who was the true victor. And for TCM, I think, yes, that's the first map win. Map win as well. Not a map win. It's the first win of the series on the leaderboard. And it's almost, I think that they must feel it's a bit undeserved for themselves. They wanted to earn it a bit more.
I have zero doubt that TCM aren't necessarily going to be happy with that one. Like,
yeah, 100%.
I know for like kind of 99.9% of them are just sitting there thinking, this is not okay. Like, you know, they wanted to win the proper way. However, due to time constraints, we cannot just sit here for 5 hours waiting for that game to go underway. That's just not how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately, here for the World League. We've got North America to play. We've got so much more of a schedule to keep to. And of course, there's other things that, to take into account there as the connection issues. We gave them as much time as we possibly could. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Vitality in that one. What we're going to have to go ahead then start to talk about is our final game